Hey guys, it's your fearless leader, Rick Carolesco, just reaching out and touching somebody. I am in our temporary office because we're in between moves. On May 1st, we'll be in the new office, which is going to be 404 Old Liverpool Road, but we'll send you the address and stuff like that. But we should be completely moved in by May 1st. I'm working here with Christy and Pete, or not Christy, I'm sorry, with Pete and Heather. We are changing the way that we do our quarterly compliance, or what they call firm element compliance. In the past, we had a meeting with wholesalers, and I would get up and do my shtick. And then if you weren't there, you would have to watch the video and answer 10 questions about what I talked about, just to make sure that you watched the video. We are starting to get reps that are losing interest. We used to get 50, 55 people to those quarterly compliance meetings. Now we're lucky if we're getting 30. I know some of you guys really, really look forward to those compliance meetings. Trust me, I do. I love getting up in front of you guys and talking. Heck, I like getting up in front of anybody and talking. So what we're going to do is Tim Evans is going to create an assessment form that he'll have each one of you guys fill out. And then he's going to assign you classes from AI. That's where we do our classes for alternative training. These are straight from FINRA classes. They're good, they're short, but they're very specific about topic. So Tim will assign you those courses. I'm going to do a video at least quarterly, maybe more. Chris Avery is trying to create a blog page for us so that these videos will be located on the blog. Same thing, you'll have 10 easy questions to answer, and that's just to make sure, again, that you watch the video. I find a lot of times that being more personal like this, you get the information a little bit better. So you're going to have an annual assessment. Tim is going to assign you modules that you'll use to learn, plus I'll have a video each quarter, and that's going to satisfy our firm element compliance. By the way, this isn't something that we just do. This is a FINRA regulation. We have to submit our training plan to them every single year at the end of the year. If you want, actually, consider this video your first element of compliance. So this is going to solve the first quarter's compliance element. We do have some items that I would like to address in the beginning. Every single time I talk to you guys, we talk about paperwork. Tim recently went away for a conference, and I had to approve applications. I did not get one application that I didn't either have to make a comment to the rep about, or approve it with changes, or decline an application. Every single one of them had some kind of a mistake on it. That's not good. And I got to tell you, every time Chris or Tim leaves, they hate it because they know I'm going to find something, because I'm their backup. And when I find something, then I try and get it corrected. When you're doing the paperwork, make sure that you put something on every blank. If it's blank, put NA. If it doesn't apply to your client, put NA. Draw a line through the section if that section doesn't apply to your client. I just need to know that you went through every single section. One of the things that I was wrong about this last week is that on the new account form on the top, there's the account registration. That is for your use. So let's say you want to name this particular file Tom Jones, Jackson National Life IRA. So you can put that there. If you leave it blank, Tim doesn't care. The one thing that he does care about, and everybody in this office cares about, when you upload that file through Grendel, please give it a name. Don't just send it with 15 numbers in a PDF. Because when we have to look for something, we got to search through every single one of those files. And I'm going to tell you something, it's time consuming. I would much rather be able to go to that client file, pull up that application, and do it right then and there. So please be careful with that. You need a new account form every single time you submit business to IBN. Now, if we have the information and it's updated, just check the box. If you need to update information, that's where you update the information. Their net worth and all of that stuff, that should change on a pretty consistent basis. If I have a client and their net asset value and all of their stuff is exactly the same a year later, either I'm lying or you're an awful rep. Because I would hope that their net asset value goes up, and that's why they're talking to you. But you need a new account form for every single application. Now, if there is an exception, it has to be in writing from compliance. That can be either written or an email version. But you need to make sure that you talk to compliance first. Give you an example. You're writing 3 applications in one household. There are 2 individual IRAs, maybe in a Roth IRA. So you want to do a new account application on the husband and wife or the significant other, all on the same new account form. Yes, then you're only going to need 1. If there's a question, if you're not sure, send us an email. We want you to get it right because it saves us time if you're doing it right. When you don't do it right, we have to take extra steps in order to complete that particular transaction. And time is valuable. I'm sure you guys all want to have your paperwork processed as quickly as possible. Am I correct? Well, if we're taking a whole bunch of time fixing this person's stuff, then it delays us from taking care of your problem. I know a lot of you guys make fun about my 5-minute phone rule, and I get it. And it is. We're not trying to tell you guys not to call the reps, but there's 80 of you guys out there. And if every single one of you has a confirmation, you talk about the color of the poo in some baby's diaper, or you want to talk about the color of the sky, make it a personal call some other particular time. They don't have the time to have a half an hour to an hour phone call with all of y'all. Yeah, look, I just did something southern. So try and keep your phone calls to 5 minutes. Please try and email first. Email, because a lot of the questions you guys ask have been asked by other reps, and we have basically standard responses that we can send back to you. If it's more complicated than that, we'll call you. I mean, we will. We'll pick up the phone and call you. If we don't get back to you within a reasonable period of time, by all means, pick up the phone and call. What is a reasonable amount of time? If it's not urgent, please just give us a business day. If you put urgent on the email, we will do everything in our power to get with you as soon as possible. However, it does not mean if you don't hear back from us in 3 minutes that's okay. Okay, give us a reasonable amount of time if you put urgent on there. If you put urgent on an email and we look at the email and it asks us, what color is the sky today? They're probably not going to take your urgent emails very seriously when you send them. So again, use urgent when it's really, really urgent. Okay, we want you to write business. We want to help you write business. We want that to help you service your clients, because if you're successful, we're successful. Believe it. I mean, I want you to write business. We love you guys. The only reason why we exist is for you guys. That's why I've always had the rule. If you need to yell at somebody, call me. Don't yell at these guys. These guys are working their butts off for you. Also on paperwork, trusted contact is almost never filled in, and I don't get it. Guys, this is a real FINRA and SEC hotspot. Too many investors out there are getting older and may have dementia or may have Alzheimer's, and we need somebody to contact in case there's a concern. Or if something very important is going on in that client's account and we can't reach them, we need somebody else that we can reach out to say, hey, listen, do you know where so-and-so is? Do you know how to get a hold of them? So that we can make sure that they get the information that they need so that they don't wind up with a disaster on their hands. This trusted contact thing is a great idea. They should have done this years ago. So see this as a positive. Show your clients that it's a positive and fill it out. If they truly don't want, because we're not going to share their financial information with anybody. Just because they're trusted contact doesn't mean they're going to be able to call up and ask what your account balances are. That's not the way it works. It's just in case we have to be able to find the person or talk to somebody about that person's condition. FINRA on their last cycle audit, which they just completed, has told us that they want senior questionnaires on clients 65 and older. Tim is changing it in the compliance manual. It will be effective on May 1st. So after May 1st, if they're 65 and we don't have a senior questionnaire, we're going to kick it back. Don't save forms. When you need a form, go on our website to Brokers Only, Password Stocks, and bring down the form that you need. We change forms from time to time. I can't tell you how many times I've seen an app or a new account form or disclosure that's over 2 years old. Trust me, they're updated more often than that. Also, same thing, absolutely, with any core brokerage paperwork, always get your paperwork off their website. That's always going to be the most current paperwork available. When core updates their application, same thing with us, usually we give you guys, they always give you a 30-day window because they realize sometimes you're mailing the paperwork to somebody and you may not get it back in a week. So usually there's a good 30-day window there. Grendel, some of you guys are using Grendel, and I mean doing an amazing job. I'm sure if you are using Grendel and you have some positive things to say about it, can you shoot me an email? Because we do have some reps that for some reason just won't even open the damn thing, and I don't get it. It's not complicated. It's easy to use. I mean, you can learn how to use it in an afternoon and be a rock star with the thing. It helps to make sure that you maintain communications with your clients. It stores your files. Any emails back and forth between you and a client are stored there. It does account aggregation for you. So in other words, you go look for a client, you can see what the client's got in their account right there. It syncs with MoneyGuide Pro, which is $100 a month, which if you're seriously in this business to write business, you should have MoneyGuide Pro. It's $100 a month, and it makes you look so professional. The days of a yellow pad, guys, I actually got a yellow pad somewhere here. Days of a yellow pad are done. Okay? This is a much more professional business. Computers are here to stay. It's not some silly fad that's just going to disappear. Grendel, you need to use it. If you have a question, you have a problem, give me a call, reach out to me, send me an email. I'll find a way to get you training on Grendel, but you do need to use it. You need to upload your applications using Grendel. Here's something that came up the other day. How many of us in the past were told when we first got in this business, never put anything in writing? Only hand clients printed material from the companies. And by the way, if you're a property and casualty agent, you know better. But I'm going to let the rest of everybody know. Every time you talk to a client, whether via on the phone or in person, there should be a note in Grendel. You should send the client an email reiterating what you spoke about on the phone or what you spoke about in person for two major reasons. Number one, it cuts way down on mistakes. If there is a mistake, you can catch it right away. So a mistake is much easier to fix now than it is a month from now. Point number one. Point number two, if anybody watches C-SPAN, you know that there's attorneys out there that are actively recruiting your clients to sue you. Happy clients don't sue. But every single one of us has wound up with a client that for one reason or another gets upset. The first thing they do when they go see another rep down the street is that rep tells them, oh my God, what did this guy do? What was he thinking? Is he insane? And if they can find a way to write a letter to cause you harm, to try and free up money so they can invest it, they're going to do it. And if it includes an arbitration, they're going to do that too. And you want to know something? We're going to settle an arbitration because it costs $60,000 just to get to arbitration. So if you talk to them on the phone, please send them an email. It shows your professionalism to begin with. Now, granted, some of your clients may not have emails. You can write them a letter. But just something that shows that you reiterated your conversation with that client. I think we talked about the back office and emails. Oh, do me a favor too. If you're reading emails, please read the whole email before you respond. Quite often we get emails with a response where the answer that we needed was further down the email. So that's just a pet peeve from the back office people. I always ask them when I do these videos if they've got anything they want to throw out there. I can't think of anything else. Listen, you guys know I love you. I love doing what we do. This is a great business. I'd rather be doing nothing else. Just please be wary of the back office's time. You want to waste my time, pick up a phone, call me. You know me, I'm a talker. All salespeople are talkers. But if they have to spend a half hour on the phone talking to you, that means that's time that they're not helping somebody else submit an application. And that other person might be waiting to have that done. I mean, we're not a big company, and I assume that's why most of you folks are with us, is because we're not big. We're a small company. Listen, I love you guys. You guys are great. I wish we could do meetings every quarter and fly all you guys here and put you all in hotel rooms, but that's just not realistic. Besides the fact, you're never going to be able to get everybody together at one time. Everybody has a life. So we love you guys. Thank you so much. Pete's going to write 10 questions for you. Maybe one of them will be, what color is the IBN on my hat? Just in case, so you can see. Love you all. Bye.